To your darling program, Senior Citizens Forum, a program which highlights everything our elders are going through, your joy, your plight, and the total well-being of our elders in our society. On the program today, we have quite a lot of interesting things, for you wonderful and beautiful people to learn one thing or the other from. Yes, and I know definitely that by the end of the program, you will say, oh, thank God. Yes, let's now go into the program fully and see how it goes.
This week, we shall dwell on natural therapy that gives relief to various ailments affecting the elderly. The elderly are prone to many health challenges. At 60 years plus, they start nursing diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis, rheumatism, dementia, cancer, amongst others. It is at this age they visit hospitals for regular medical checkup. However, many of these ailments could be tackled and managed before it becomes problematic. One of the ways to tackle these health challenges is to treat it in natural ways. The structure of our body is made in such a way that as we grow older, we experience one health issue or the other. This is as a result of either improper feeding, unbalanced diet, or unnecessary use of drugs. Dr. Mrs. Akindele, in her health talk to LTV Pensions, encouraged them to use leaves, stems, and fruits to tackle their health challenges.
Now they really need to take care of their health. Like we used to say something, that at this point, all you need is eating regularly, taking your drugs, because like our body is like we have used it for a very long time, just as the way we use our clothes. When it's coming to a point, the cloth, wear and tear will come up, and that is exactly what has come up to our body system. So when our elders got to a certain stage, they need to take drugs as part of supplements to boost their immunity. Most of our plants we are using them as food. At the same time, they are drugs for us. For example, when we talk about spinach, that is ewedu, it has a lot of health benefits. One of the health benefits is that it works for high blood pressure. If you want to use ewedu for high blood pressure, you just take locust bean, iru, ewedu, and onions, alubosa. You will cook the three together. Then early in the morning, after water therapy, 30 minutes after the water therapy, you will just drink it like water. You will do that for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, go and check your BP. You will see it would have come down. If there is somebody that has chronic fever, just boil the ewedu and let the person drink it consecutively for 3 days. After 3 days, you will see that the fever has disappeared. There are a lot of advantages that we can get from ewedu.
Dr. Mrs. Akindele spoke on the importance of water therapy in the body.
There are so many types of therapy. The first one is the one that is so common, is that when you wake up early in the morning, you take 3 cups of water. When I'm talking about 3 cups, I'm talking about stainless cup or small tea cups. You take 3 of it in the morning. And the best water to take is warm water. Now, as per that, people, because they've had that, they can take water at any time they like. But there are some places, some things we call erroneous taking of water. That is, the water you take after you might have prayed in the morning. The water you take after you might have moved around. The water you take after you have brushed your teeth. Those are erroneous way. You just take such water for drinking sake. But the one you take before you do all this is the one that is correct. When you wake up in the morning, before you open your mouth to say anything, the first thing is to take the water and drink. That is the correct way of the water therapy. Then another one which has to do with our old ones is at old age there is every tendency to have cramps on the hand, on the legs. There is every tendency to have arthritis. So at this time we encourage our old ones to boil water in the morning. When they boil the water, they will not allow it to be fully boiled. The person that wants to do the therapy will put hand there inside the water. If the water is hot enough that you can pour it on the body, it will not have any side effects. So the person will now pour it in a bowl, add a teaspoon of salt into the water. So if it is the hand that has cramps, the person will soak the hand there until the water is cold. So when the water is cold, you will just rub it with shea butter. Ori, you use it to rub it. If it is leg, you will do it like that. But if your own gets to nail, that is arthritis, or you normally have what we call muscle pull, you place the two legs inside the boiled water that you have added salt. You now leave it. You put a towel, just like face towel, you put it there. You will now use it, the water, you'll be using it to massage it from your waist down to the leg. Then after that, when the water is cold, you will rub shea butter. I call it numbness. And it always happens to older ones. And this thing does not start at old age. It has started as far back as when you are in the system. Especially people that doesn't find it funny to stay at one place. We call them workaholic during their working time. They don't stay in a place. They move from one office to another. They want things to be done in a very good way. So by the time they get to a certain age, the nerves of the leg will start asking for it. We start demanding for it. That is when you have the cramps on the legs. So at this time, all you need to do is the therapy I have talked about in the earlier. That you boil water, you put salt, then you soak the leg there. It helps a lot.
The lecturer, Dr. Akindele, gave 9 benefits of onions, which she said it fights cancer compounds. It is loaded with antioxidants. It boasts bone deficiency and has high vitamins and minerals, as well as boasts blood pressure.
Onions has what we call iron. And the major work of iron is to fight against infection and diseases. So onions now, especially now that we are talking about different viruses that is coming up from left and right in the country. So we all need to something that will help us fight against the infection or the viruses in our body system. So that is why we said onion is part of what we can use. When we talk about the therapy, let's take for example, there is somebody that has arthritis. We ask such person to take a ball of small onion and one big bitter kola. You will grind the two together, or you blend it together. You will now share it into two. You put it in handkerchiefs. You will tie it to your nail, both nails, in the night when you want to sleep. Then in the morning you remove it. You will be doing it like that. You cannot do it for like a week before you have strength on your nail again. Then another therapy on the onion has to do with people that always have something we call migraine, that is incessant headaches. You just have headache.